Esther, is that you?
All right, we ready, Ms. Champion?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. We are going to begin our Fulton County State Court Expedited Accusations calendar. This is a calendar for cases in which individuals have recently been arrested and charged with certain misdemeanor offenses. Soon after their arrest, the Fulton County Solicitor General's office has already accused the cases of the offenses brought against them, and the case has been bound over to the Fulton County State Court. Nevertheless, this will usually be the defendant's initial appearance before a state court judge, so we are able to address several matters, including bond, possible arraignment, and a possible plea offer. One has been made by the state at this juncture. Want to let everyone know that the SAP reset date is July the 9th. July 9th. I want to also begin by advising everyone this whole entire proceeding is being recorded as well as live streamed on YouTube, so govern yourselves accordingly. I want to remind the defendants on this calendar that you do have certain constitutional rights. The first being that you have a right to counsel, so you should know who your attorneys are by now and have spoken to them. You also have a right to remain silent. Remember that anything that you state about the facts, the circumstances, or the occurrences of your case can and will be held against you. The state is here and they're listening, so follow the lead of your attorney. All right, who do we have first, deputies?
Judge, we're gonna start with South Annex position number 1.
And that's Mr. Daniel Alvarado.
He's on his way to the seat.
All right, this is case number 26 CR 004292B. It's charged with 7 charges pre-trial.
First arrest, level 1.
Thank you. State.
Sorry about that, Judge. Can you hear me?
Oh, now I can.
Okay, Steve Rosenberg on behalf of the state.
Okay.
Judge, the facts of this case, the defendant was 17 years old. He was intoxicated at the time, pointed a pistol at his sister and her friend. And while doing so, the gun discharged while pointed away from them and went through the roof of the apartment they were staying to and into the apartment above. The defendant has a history of doing this kind of thing, apparently as a prank. The defendant, when the officers arrived and spoke with him, he refused to sit down, refused to chat with them, and said that he got the gun from someone else and they were unable to basically verified the history of the gun. The state's going to recommend on the charges a $7,000 total bond, and I can break that down. No alcohol, drugs, or weapons, and a gun safety class while on bond. And the breakdown would be $1,500 on the reckless conduct, $1,500 on pointing the gun at another, $1,500 on the second pointing a gun at another, possession of a firearm under the age of 21, $1,000 fine, discharge of the firearm, $1,000 fine. The charge against a law enforcement officer, $250, and the possession of alcohol by someone under 21, $250 bond as well. I think I may have said fine, bonds.
All right. PD?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Alvarado is 17 years of age. He does have 2 jobs right now. He's currently working at JCPenney as well as McDonald's. He did mention to me that he went through the 11th grade, but that he is. Oh, and excuse me, before I continue, he's actually a Spanish speaker. Do we have a Spanish interpreter present so that he can understand what's going on here?
We did yesterday. Let's see. She's supposed to be on today. Sorry, I forgot about that. Miss Champion, you see Miss Lucia?
No, ma'am, I don't see Miss Lucille on.
Because we told her and she said she would be back.
Yes, ma'am, I did send her the calendar, but she didn't respond, so I'm not quite sure if she's gonna be on or not.
I'll talk him.
Judge, she said she'd be on in about 30.
Attorney Rainford,
Yes, Your Honor.
if he requested an interpreter, we'll start over when the interpreter gets on.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right,
She
Joe.
said I'm sorry. Deputies, the interpreter says she'll be on in about 30 minutes. Wow. Trying to have not a repeat of what we had yesterday.
Okay.
All right.
Judge, can we move to position 23, South Annex?
This is Cyrus Ramirez. Do we have anyone else that needs a Spanish interpreter?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Mr. Ramirez, who is my client, does not need one.
Thank you. 26 CR 004312C, charged with 3 counts. Pre-trial.
First arrest, level 1. That's it.
Okay. State.
Sorry, Judge. This is related to the Sean Flowers case, also on the calendar today. Essentially, officers responded to an armed person call near a retail area. Upon arrival, they heard some voices around the back of a retail facility. When they approached, all 4 individuals ran. 3 of those individuals were captured. All 3 had weapons. This defendant had, I believe, a Glock on his person. And one of the individuals involved was a minor. So the bond recommendation from the state is actually, I believe he has a current total bond of $8,500, $5,000 on the loitering and prowling, $1,000 on the obstruction, and $2,500 on the contributing to the delinquency of a minor. The state would recommend that bond remain, and as well as a stay away clause from the 3005 Peachtree Road in Northeast Atlanta.
All right.
Your Honor? Yes, I'm asking for a signature bond for my client. He has absolutely no history, and the state is incorrect The warrant actually stated that my client had no weapons on him. I believe weapons were found on the other two who were arrested, but no weapons were found on my client. I have spoken to Dad. He actually lives with his father, who's a very responsible person. I believe he's on the Zoom because I have spoken with him at length, and he's prepared to sign off on a signature bond that any signature bond that his son receives, Your Honor, and to supervise his son. We had a very, very long discussion. My client has already graduated high school. He's employed. He tells me that he was just out getting some food. And we can look at the warrant again, but it clearly states that he did not have any weapon on him. The other two that they apprehended did, and we don't know about the one that the police officers were not able to apprehend at the time. But my client did not have a weapon. I'm asking for signature bond for him, Your Honor. Nothing further.
State, what does the warrant state for Mr. Ramirez?
Oh yeah, Judge, I'm reading it right now because I know that I copied and pasted it, so that could have been my fault. Let me take a look.
Okay.
Okay. Responding units responded able to detain 3 males out of the 4. Mr. Terrence Tate was observed running with a firearm in his hand. Mr. Tate was detained without incident. After Tate was identified, he was the juvenile. Cyrus Ramirez was detained without incident, charged accordingly, detained without incident. Mr. Flowers in possession of a Glock. I will say, Judge, that's what the affidavit says, so I was incorrect. The affidavit does not indicate that he had a firearm. However, he is currently charged with, well, actually, loitering and prowling. I'm not asking for a bond based on that. I'm asking for a bond based on the loitering and prowling, obstruction, and the contributing of the delinquency of a minor. But that I was incorrect. I will state that regarding the gun earlier. That was Defendant Flowers, who was found with a weapon.
All right, and the preset bond is 8,500 surety.
Your Honor, I'm asking for a signature bond for this. He's 17 years old. He has no history. He did not have a gun. And he tells me that he had gone to get some food and he was just on his way back home. So we don't even know if he was necessarily one of the 4 that ran, but he had no weapons on him. And I have spoken to Dad, and Dad assures me that he is a young man who is involved in various things. He tells me that he often goes to the gym because he's an up and coming boxer. He has gym practice and so on. His dad and his mom are both very much involved in this young man's life. So he's not at all a delinquent and he has no history.
All right. I will give him a signature bond. I'm going to change the amounts. On the lauder and prowling, it'll be $3,000. 1,000 on the willful obstruction, contributing to the delinquency of a minor, 2,000. So that'll be a $6,000 signature bond. I'm trying to think whether I want to have him monitored a little through pretrial or not. So I guess I'll let it be through the jail. Can he sign his own bond, or does he need his parent since he's under 18 pretrial? No?
What you say, Judge?
I said, can he sign his own bond, or do he need to come through you all since he's 17?
You send it through the jail?
Well, I was going to have him monitored on pretrial in case, and then I realized he's 17 as well.
So what do you want? You want pretrial?
Yeah, let's bring him through
What
pretrial.
level?
Level 1.
All right.
And his parent, who's the dad?
Dad is Walter Ramirez, and he tells me it's on the Zoom, Your Honor.
Okay, where's the dad? Don't see him.
No, I don't see him either, but
He's
he
on,
just,
he's on,
I'm
this is
on.
mother as well is on.
All right,
Yes, I am on. How
all
you
right, I
doing,
have to be
Judge?
able to see you. Can't talk to me and not see you.
Okay.
Who's gonna sign on the bond?
I believe Dad will be signing on his bond.
Dad, give us your name, please.
Hello?
Yes, give us your name, please.
Yes, hello?
Give us your name, please.
Walter Ramirez.
All right. And do you all have his contact information and everything, Miss McLeod?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. All right, and I will run him through pretrial. $6,000 signature bond, level 1. And Dad can sign at the jail for him.
I believe pretrial now has an online option, but I'll just check with Mr. Howard to make sure that's still a valid option. Is it, Mr. Howard?
Yeah, you got the link, right?
I do have the link. I just wanted
Okay.
to make sure. I
Yeah, you
can
can send it
provide
to
it
him.
to Mr. Ramirez.
Okay, great. All right. Also, no drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. Mr. Ramirez. And if your son has any weapons, he needs to turn them over to the sheriff's department immediately.
He
And I
has no
think,
weapons, Your Honor.
all right, I think that will be it. Anything else, counsel?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Oh, no.
All right, next up, position 27, Walker.
Okay. This is 26 CR 004261L. Jamari Walker, charged with 3 counts, pretrial.
This is first adult arrest. I did see a juvie hold on the booking though.
Okay. State.
Judge, yes, the defendant got in a physical altercation with their child's mother, Karen Sanders. Um, During they were arguing about a phone, and the defendant punched her in the face, pulled a firearm from under a bed, and said he was going to shoot her. The victim's sibling, Zion Sanders and Zaman Sander, were also there, and the defendant ended up taking the gun and leaving. He was ultimately later arrested on a warrant, I believe. And so currently, I believe he has a bond, a 10,000 surety bond on the terroristic threats. There is no bond. I'd ask for a $5,000 bond on that terroristic threats, and on the assault and battery charges those bonds remain.
I'm confused. You said
Okay.
that 10,000 on terroristic threats. Are you changing that? Or
No,
did
no,
you?
no. I didn't think there was. No, I said that he currently has a $10,000 bond. I think he has 5,000 on the simple assault, family violence, and 5,000 on the simple battery, family violence. But he does not have a bond on
Oh,
them.
all right.
Sorry, that's my bad. I could have been more clear.
Okay. And so, and you're asking for how much now on the terroristic?
$5,000 on the terroristic threats.
Okay, so it'll be a total of 15 is the state's recommendation.
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. PDs.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Walker is a 17-year-old. He has lived in Georgia his whole life. He currently lives with his grandmother, and I'm sorry, his mother. And he is currently in high school. He is doing it online through Hank Aaron, as he is the essentially main provider for his son. He has a full-time job working at cafe in downtown as a dishwasher and just generally around the restaurant. The mother of his child, who is the alleged victim in this case, she does not currently work. So he is the sole provider. He has a close relationship with his mother and his grandmother, who he lives with, but they do not provide for his child. So he is really it for his child. While we're not necessarily asking for an amount, we would just ask for the lowest possible bond. I mean, he would like to get back out there and, continue to be able to go back to work and provide for his child and finish school.
State, have you spoken to the victim, to the mother of the child? You're on mute.
Judge, yes, I know. Thank you. We've left messages with the victim, but we have not been in direct contact.
How old is she? Is she the same age, or does anybody know?
Take a look, Judge. I don't believe I have that information, Your Honor.
I don't
Okay.
either.
Well, this just happened, so I don't know that there's been a cooling down period. I don't know whether
Hey,
she.
Your Honor, I'm Annie Sanders'
Excuse me.
mother.
Excuse me.
I'm Annie Sanders, Karen Sanders' mother.
Who's speaking?
Annie Sanders.
I can't see you, ma'am.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to turn my video back on. It won't come on.
If I can't see you, I can't speak to you.
Why this video won't come on? It won't allow me to turn it on.
Well, I don't know who I'm speaking to. You are the mother of the victim?
I believe that's what she said. I think she's back on mute.
All right. If she doesn't come on, I'll keep moving. I am a little concerned, especially because we have another firearm here. And I am very concerned about the allegations.
Judge, I do have some information on Ms. Sanders.
Okay.
Yeah, she was 16 years old at the time this happened.
Thank you. And he has a juvenile hold, I think pretrial said. They coming to get him or what? Anybody know about the hold?
I saw that, Your Honor, on the affidavit, but I have no information regarding that.
So he may not be going anywhere anyway with the juvenile hold. I'm going to give him a surety bond just due to the nature of the allegations. I know he may have good contacts and things of that nature. We'll just see what's happening here. On the terroristic threats, 5,000 surety. On the simple assault, 5,000 surety. And on the battery for the third charge, 5,000. So they 15,000 surety. No further contact with the victim. And I think at this point, as far as the child, no further, they have a child together, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
No further contact with that child right now. I want to make sure there's been some cooling down period here. You all can apply for a modification later. Also no drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns. If this defendant has a gun and needs to turn it in to the sheriff's department immediately, any weapons. No drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. I think that'll be it for now. So is to stay away from the incident location or stay away from this victim, to be 200 yards away from her and the child, or 2 football fields, no further contact with the mother and the child. That should be it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
All right, position 20.
Okay. This is 26 CR 004300G Marcus Monahan, charged with 2 counts pre-trial.
13. Got an open forgery in the third out of Henry County. Open case for false report of theft of conversion of motor vehicle in Fulton. And probation in Cherokee County Battery DV. 2024 probation. 2021 disorderly conduct conviction. 2018 criminal damage to property, 2nd degree, conditional discharge. Level 3. That's it.
All right. State.
Yes, Judge. On June 23rd, 2026, officers were dispatched to 45 Spring Lane in Atlanta, reference to a dispute that was going on there. When they arrived, they spoke with the victim, Ms. Allison Sims, who stated that she had video evidence of some physical abuse that had been committed against her by the defendant back on June 21st of 2026. Apparently, they were fighting over some items that she wanted from him. And when she tried to get them, he pushed her from the bedroom, started pushing her to the floor, and kicked her in her rib and slammed her door or slammed a door in her face. And this was all captured on video, and it actually shows the defendant as well throwing an object at the victim. When the officers arrived, they were able to see visible injuries, some bruising to the right rib area on Ms. Sims where she was kicked. The state's recommendation for bond is going to be, make sure I have this correct, $5,000 on the battery family violence, $2,500 on the simple battery for $7,500 total surety bond, no further contact with Allison Sims, and stay away from the location at 45 Spring Lane in Atlanta.
All right.
Yes, Your Honor. So Mr. Mohanan is 34 years old, lived in Georgia his whole life. His whole family is from Georgia. He's been a shop manager for a European vehicle repair shop here in Atlanta for the last decade or so. Just a couple of things, Your Honor. I don't want to get too into the case. 45 Spring Lane is my client's home. Miss Sims does not live there. I've been told that over the last week or so, his current girlfriend has actually been having to call the police because Miss Sims keeps returning and destroying some of the property on the outside of the home. I wasn't able to get in touch with Mr. Mohanan's girlfriend, but so in regards to the stay away, Your Honor, that's his home. He's not in a relationship with Miss Sims. I don't actually know why this is charged as family violence. I don't know if he told the police that they were dating, but they are not in a relationship. So I would ask that he not be asked to stay away from his own home, considering Miss Sims does not live there. And in regards to the bond, Your Honor, again, I understand that there was footage of the incident. I do not believe, based on the way the affidavit is worded, that the video included him kicking her in the side. I believe that part seems to end with that she does not have access to the complete footage. So I don't know. I could be wrong. It's just the way that I'm reading it does not seem like that part was caught on camera, Your Honor. But okay. It seems Miss Monday. I'm sorry. Cannot remember how to say his last name. Is his current girlfriend is in the Zoom. But So we would just ask for the lowest possible bond, Your Honors, just so he can get out of here and he can return to his home, and so that he can actually, he has no problem to stay away. He fully plans on asking actually for a temporary protective order because Ms. Sims will not leave his residence while he's been locked inside. And another point, Your Honor, he was booked on Tuesday, and this is the first time that he's having a bond hearing is today. So I just wanted to make the court aware of that.
I think this was originally attempted to be handled as a felony, Judge, and that may be the issue with the bond.
Okay. Is he still working? PD Sperber, is he still working?
Yes, he's still working there. He's been there for 10 years. He manages the location. He's still working.
And are you asking or letting me know? I'm looking on this occurred on June 21st. But what is his actual arrest date? Is it the 20?
It says he was booked on the 24th. My client said that he was brought in Tuesday night, which would be the 23rd around 8 p.m. But Odyssey does show a booking date of 6/24.
Okay. All right. I'm going to, with his, going to give him a surety bond. With that surety bond, it will be 5,000 on the battery, 2,500 on the simple battery, for a total of 7,500 surety. I'm going to order that he have no further contact with the victim. I'm going to not order the stay away since it seems that that is his address. Don't know unless we have another address for the victim. Do we, ASG Rosenberg?
Judge, I don't have any information about either the ownership of that location or the victim's address at the moment.
Well, if he makes bond and goes back home, I guess he'll have to call the police if she shows up there, but she's not going to necessarily be under an order to stay away. He's not either. If it's his home, if she's doing these things as alleged, I guess he needs to report them to the police. Or the current girlfriend. The reason why I'm not talking to her and I see her putting some things in the chat is because she's not a victim in this case, and this is not his trial. But with that surety bond, no drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. And I'll just do the no further contact and see how things pan out at this point. Anything else, counsel?
That'll be all.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Judge.
Thank you, Judge.
Can we go to position 25?
Deputy, if you could call out the defendant's name when you call the positions out, that would help me tremendously.
Brandon Stevens.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Brandon Stevens. This is 26 CR 004315J. I've got two charges here, pretrial.
It's fifth arrest. Got open DUI. 2023 simple battery conviction. 2019 battery DV disorderly conduct conviction. Hold on. It's a level 2. That's it.
Okay. Dave?
Yes, Judge. I just want to make sure I've got it. Okay. On December, looks like 12th of 2025, officers went to 3703 Peachtree Road Northeast regarding a disturbance. They spoke to Cedrico Horton, who is the victim in this case, who indicated that his roommate, they got into a dispute, and the roommate, the defendant, Mr. Stevens, cursed and threatened him and was aggressive and stated he would kill him while he had a knife in his hand. So Mr. Horton went into his room, called the police. Officers came to the scene, observed holes in the wall that allegedly the defendant punched through, and placed him under arrest. The state's recommendation on bond is $5,000 total bond. That's $3,500 on the simple assault, $1,500 on the criminal trespass, and have no further contact with Cedrico Horton.
All right.
As well as one last one, Judge, sorry, no alcohol, drugs, or weapons while on bond.
And is there a stay away too?
No, not from a location, not in this
Okay.
instance.
All right, thank you. All right, PD Sperber?
Yes, Your Honor. Yeah, so Mr. Stevens is age 41. He's lived in Georgia for about a decade or so. He has some family that lives here, and his partner currently lives here. In regards to the stay away, he no longer lives at that address. No longer, they were all roommates at the time. He lives alone now. While he doesn't have a job right now, he actually found out about this warrant because he had gone down to Fulton County to get a background check for his new job. And that's how he found out about the warrant. He has a bachelor's degree in journalism and communications. And he was a Marine up until about 2011. And, not to get too much into the case, but he does receive some MH treatment due to anxiety at the VA. Of course, my client disagrees with the narrative of what occurred that night. But he would ask just for a signature bond, Your Honor, just due to some financial hardships right now. He does want to get out, get a new job, go back to working, and just, get on with his life. I don't believe he has any FTAs in his past, Your Honor. I know he does have some record that we talked about, but I do not believe that he has any FTAs, or at least that I'm aware of. So,
All right. I think since this happened December 2025, and he doesn't live there anymore, I will give him a $5,000 signature bond through pretrial. And that will be at a level 2. And the breakdown for the simple assault, 3,500, and for the criminal trespass, 1,500. No drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. And ask him to take 3 anger awareness courses through pretrial. And I think that's it.
thank you, Your Honor.
All right, we can go to ACDC.
All right.
Judge, what was that last amount?
5,000.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh. ACDC, you there? Hello? Yes. Oh,
Excuse me, Judge. South Annex, did the interpreter ever come on?
do we see her? Miss Champion?
No, ma'am, she hasn't come on at this time.
All right, we're holding for her. As soon as she comes on, we'll take South Annex.
Okay, thank you.
And is there anyone at ACDC? Who's in the
Yes.
screen?
Yes, Judge, I have 3 defendants here at ACDC.
All right. Go ahead. Who's the first one?
Position number 2, Miss Andrews. I think I just come to her again.
All right.
Your Honor, this is a dual arrest case for your awareness. Keontae Howard is the other co-defendant.
Okay, thank you. And this is 26 CR 00429 Jakaya, maybe Andrews.
Second arrest, 2024, simple assault, family violence conviction. This is level 1. That's it.
All right, state.
Judge, officers were called to a domestic dispute. The victim in this case, Keontae Howard, the defendant in the next case is identified, saw the defendant girlfriend, Ms. Andrews, texting another man. He confronted her and they got in a fight whereby she slapped him and pushed him down a flight of stairs. The victim did not have any visible injuries, but he did look rather disheveled, but declined medical care. And as pointed out, this is a dual arrest with Keontae Howard. The state's recommending a $2,000 bond and no further contact with Keontae Howard.
All right. PDs?
Yes, Your Honor. Miss Andrews is 18 years old. The residence where the incident happened is a joint rent residence. They both pay the rent on that property, Your Honor. She's been in Georgia all her life. She currently works at Kroger and she did graduate from high school. In the incident report, or rather the warrant, Your Honor, it says that there were marks left on Miss Andrews. She had marks around her knees, marks around her neck, marks around her arms, Your Honor. So I think she shouldn't have been arrested in this case due to those visible injuries that were seen on her, Your Honor. And so I'd be asking for a signature bond on her behalf so that she can, fight this case later on.
All right. I will give her a $3,500 signature bond through pretrial. And with that signature bond through pretrial, I think, was she recommended for level 1 or 2? Pretrial.
1, Judge.
Huh?
1.
1, okay. Level 1, no drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. She's to have no further contact with the co-defendant, Howard. And right now, since this just happened, she's got to stay away from that incident location, I believe, unless I hear something different with the other co-defendant case. Stay away and no further contact right now.
Your Honor, I'd ask for a one-time visit police escort for her to retrieve any belongings that she has as a resident, as she has been paying rent at that property, Your Honor.
All right, a one-time law enforcement escort back to that property to retrieve any personal belongings. You arrange that, and make bond, but you must only go back with an escort. All right.
Okay.
That's it.
Position number 8. How do you say your last name again?
Castagnozzi.
This is 26 CR 0042988 Amanda Costanozzi.
I got first arrest. Hold on. Level 1.
All right. State. Oh, you're on mute.
Sorry about that, Judge.
Okay, it's Saturday.
I know, right? It's a struggle. The defendant got into a verbal altercation with her daughter that turned physical when she grabbed her and punched her in the arm and left some marks. It also caused the victim to fall off the edge of a bed. She ended up calling her father, who told her to go to a neighbor's house and wait for him to come get her. And the police arrived, and defendant was charged. On the one count of battery family violence, the state's recommending a $3,500 bond, no contact, and comply with any defects regarding visitation with the child.
All right. PD Rainford.
Yes, Your Honor. Miss Castanozzi is 36 years of age, Your Honor. She's been in Georgia since 2010. She is a mother of three, a 15-year-old, a 12-year-old, and a 1-year-old. She does work at the Carrabba's in Peachtree City. She obtained her GED, Your Honor, and I'd be asking for a signature bond on her behalf. She is denying the allegations as alleged, Your Honor. And so I'd ask, because this is her first arrest, that she receive a signature bond, Your Honor.
All right, and let me make sure, is this the victim on her mom?
This is her mom, Your Honor. Her mom is currently, I think, has the other two kids with her.
Okay.
I am the mother, yes.
All right. Well, this is not her trial. This is a bond hearing. And if you don't want to say anything, you don't have to. But it would be very brief. Okay. Let's we'll keep going. I think she's a little overwhelmed. All right. I'm going
Yes, Your
to
Honor, because she doesn't have anything to, help pay for a bond as well. That's why I was asking for the signature bond so that she can go back to her family and resolve things later on.
I'm going to give her a $3,500 signature bond through pretrial. And we're going to order that she take 6 anger awareness courses through pretrial, and no drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. And again, not for sure what the victim is saying. I'm a little concerned to send her right back due to the nature of the allegations. I don't know if she has anywhere to go stay. I know she has 3 children.
Your Honor, I see the mom is raising her hand, so maybe she could answer that question for us.
Okay. All right. Ms.
Yes.
Castanozzi.
I spoke with my granddaughter and
Hold
she
on a
wa-
second. Hold on a second. Raise your right hand for me so I can swear you in. You affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth.
Amen, yes.
Under the penalty of perjury.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, put your hand down for me.
Yes, ma'am.
And you spoke to your granddaughter, who's how old?
My granddaughter is 15.
All right. And what else were you going to say?
She wants her mom home. She wants to be with her mother.
I understand. We just have to make sure everyone's going to be safe and that police won't be called again.
Absolutely, Your Honor.
Okay, so she's going to have to take 6 anger awareness courses through pretrial to signature bond through pretrial, level 1. She'll have to follow those reporting conditions. No drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. I am going to order no further violent contact. And let's see what happens. I won't order a stay away at this time. And hopefully everything will be fine.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, you're welcome. All right.
Position number 9.
Your Honor, the Spanish interpreter is on at this time.
Oh, can we take that case before this one at ACDC, if you don't mind? We've been waiting a long time.
That's fine, Judge.
Okay, thank you. Where is she? Don't see her yet. Lucia. Miss Lucia?
Your Honor, can you hear me?
Now I can.
Okay, give me just 1 second, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm ready, Your Honor. Um, is this the same case of Mr. Daniel Alvarez from yesterday?
It is.
Okay.
Uh, let me call it again. This is now, we have a CR number 26, CR 004 292B is in boy against Daniel Alvarado. And I swore you in yesterday. I won't do it again today, but I know yesterday you swore to interpret properly, correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right. And so let me read the charges. It's quite a list. I don't know if you have a copy yet.
I do not, Your Honor, but I'll take notes.
All right. There's 7 charges.
Mhm.
The first charge is reckless conduct. Second charge is pointing or aiming a pistol at another. Third charge is the same, pointing or aiming a gun. Fourth charge is possession of a pistol or revolver by a person under the age of 18. The next one is discharging a firearm while under the influence of alcohol or drugs. 6 is willful obstruction of a law enforcement officer. And 7, furnishing, purchasing, and possession of alcoholic beverages by person below the legal age.
Este es el caso 26CR004292B del Estado en contra del señor Daniel Alvarado. El caso tiene 7 acusaciones, son 7 cargos. Uno es conducta desordenada. El siguiente es el apuntar una pistola o un revólver a otra persona. El tercer cargo es lo mismo. El cuarto es posesión de un revólver o una pistola de una persona menor de 18 años de edad. El siguiente cargo es el disparar un arma de fuego. El disparar un arma de fuego. El siguiente es obstrucción a un agente de la fuerza de la ley. Y el último cargo es la compra por una persona menor de alcohol y drogas.
All right.
Quiero hacer una aclaración. En ningún momento hubieron drogas.
Un segundo. I would like to clarify something, and I don't know who's speaking, Your Honor, and do you want to hear what they're saying at this point?
No, they are not supposed to be speaking. The
Okay.
state is presenting the case, and they are not, have not been given permission to speak if that's his parents trying to talk. No.
Y
Okay.
ustedes el papá, si son los padres que están intentando hablar en este momento no tienen permiso de hablar. En este momento se están presentando los cargos y las acusaciones a su hijo. Es el turno del fiscal de hablar. Después hablará el abogado defensor y la juez les dará su turno para que ustedes puedan decir lo que ustedes gusten antes del fallo de ella.
Ok, gracias.
All right.
Yes, Your Honor.
So now I'm going to have the state to go
Right.
first. I'm sorry, pretrial. Hold on.
First arrest.
First
Number one.
arrest.
Yeah.
Number 1.
La jueza está pidiendo antecedentes criminales anteriores, le indican que este es el primer arresto.
All right. ASG Rosenberg.
Judge, the defendant was a 17-year-old who was intoxicated and pointed a firearm at his sister and his sister's friend.
La fiscalía presenta ahora el caso, le indica a la juez que este acusado tiene 17 años de edad, estaba embriagado y apuntó un arma de fuego en contra de su hermana y de una amiga de su hermana.
While he was waving the gun discharged and fired a bullet through the roof into the apartment above them.
Mientras estaba moviendo y apuntando la pistola se disparó y una bala fue hacia el techo de su departamento y en dirección al departamento de arriba.
When the officers arrived at the scene, the defendant was uncooperative and did not listen or did not respond to the officers' directions.
Cuando los agentes de policía llegaron al lugar del incidente, el acusado no podía cooperar, no estaba cooperando, no podía escuchar, no podía responder a los agentes de policía.
The state's recommending a $7,000 total bond with no alcohol, drugs, or
La
weapons.
fiscalía está
While on bond, and a gun safety class, as well as surrender any weapons.
La fiscalía recomienda un bono de fianza asegurado de $7,000. Aparte de eso, una orden judicial de no de no tomar y no tener armas. Una clase, un curso de cómo manejar armas seguramente, con seguridad, y que se entreguen todas las armas.
That's all from the state, Judge.
Eso es todo en cuanto a la fiscalía. Ahora viene el turno de la defensa.
All right.
Your Honor, Mr. Alvarado is 17 years of age. He does have 2 jobs, one at JCPenney and one at McDonald's currently.
Ella indica que el señor Alvarado tiene 17 años de edad, tiene 2 trabajos actualmente, uno en JCPenney, otro en McDonald's.
He relayed to me that he went through the 11th grade and plans to take summer classes this summer.
Me indicó que él había cursado hasta el 11º grado y que va a tomar clases de verano este verano.
Your Honor, we understand the gravity of the incident and the allegations, Your Honor. However, this is Mr. Alvarado's first arrest.
Su señoría, nosotros entendemos la gravedad de las acusaciones y de los hechos de lo que sucedió. Sin embargo, este es el primer arresto del señor Alvarado.
And because of that, we'd be asking for a signature bond on his behalf and for him to return to his family residence.
Y por esa razón vamos a pedir un bono de fianza no asegurado, sino únicamente con la firma y la posibilidad de que él regrese a su hogar con su familia.
His parents are also on the line, and if Your Honor would permit them to speak, I would ask for that.
Sus padres están en la llamada de Zoom y si es que su señoría les permite hablar, le pido por favor que haga eso.
I would caution the parents that this is not a trial. This is his bond hearing. And I normally only hear from the victims at this point. Are either of the victims in the room with the parents?
Quiero darles una cautela a los padres. No es un juicio. Esta es una audiencia únicamente para fijar fianza. Normalmente a las únicas personas que dejo hablar en este caso son a las víctimas. ¿Está alguna víctima con los padres en este momento?
Sí, sí, está mi hija.
Yes, my daughter is here.
I'd like to speak to her then briefly.
Okay.
Ella es con quien quiero hablar en este momento.
Okay.
Your Honor, I'm just going to inquire if she will be needing an interpreter.
Okay.
Señorita, buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Lucía. Yo soy la intérprete. ¿Necesita mis servicios o puede hablar directamente en inglés con la jueza?
No necesito sus servicios.
She does not need an interpreter, Your Honor.
All right. State her name for the record.
Huh?
State your name.
Oh, my name is Paula Sofia Alvarado Figueroa.
What is that, Paula?
Paula, yeah.
Repeat that,
Paula.
Miss Lucia. What is your last name?
Alvarado.
All right. How old are you?
15.
Raise your right hand for me.
Huh?
Raise your right hand for me. Do you understand? All right. Yeah, I'm getting ready to swear you in. Does she understand, Miss Lucia?
Sí le comprendes, ¿verdad? De la jueza. Nada más tienes que levantar la mano derecha así porque te va a dar tu juramento.
Oh, ¿así? Okay. Sí, es que yo necesito intérprete.
Oh, okay, she does need an interpreter. Sorry. Levanta su mano derecha entonces, así como está.
All right. Do you affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury? You may have to.
¿Jura usted? Oh, Your Honor, am I breaking up?
Yeah, a little bit, but start over. I think you're back.
Okay. ¿Jura usted decir la verdad, solo la verdad y nada más que la verdad bajo palabra de Dios?
Sí.
Yes, gracias. Puede bajar su mano.
All right. I have two questions for you. Are you in fear of your brother, Daniel Alvarado?
Tengo dos preguntas para ti. La primera es, ¿tienes miedo de tu hermano Daniel Alvarado?
Mm.
No.
Do you want to have any further contact with your brother?
¿Quieres tener comunicación y contacto con tu hermano?
Sí.
Yes.
And your friend was in the home at the time this occurred as well, correct?
Tu amiga estaba en la casa cuando ocurrió esto, ¿correcto?
Sí.
Yes.
How old is your friend?
¿Qué edad tiene tu amiga?
17.
17.
What's her name?
¿Cómo se llama ella?
Melanie.
¿Perdón?
Melanie.
Melanie.
And were you in fear at the time that this incident occurred?
Cuando ocurrió este incidente, ¿tenías miedo?
No.
No.
Does your brother normally have a gun around playing with it?
Tu hermano normalmente es común que esté jugando y tenga una pistola, un arma.
Pues desde que se la compró, sí. Siempre lo hacía.
Since he bought it, yes. He always did it.
And she was not afraid of that?
¿Y no tenías miedo de eso?
No, porque es mi hermano, yo sé que no me va a hacer nada.
No, because he's my brother. I know he's not going to do anything to me, anything bad to me.
Does she know what the allegations are of this case?
¿Sabes tú, escuchaste lo que son las acusaciones en contra de él en este caso?
No.
No.
She doesn't know what the allegations are or what the case is about?
¿No sabes cuáles son las acusaciones a tu hermano de lo que se trata el caso?
No.
No.
Did she speak to the victim witness advocate from the solicitor's office yesterday, maybe, or today?
¿Hablaste ayer o hoy día con alguien de la oficina de las cortes de Georgia que son que hablan por las víctimas? ¿Habló alguien contigo?
Oh, sí. No me
Yes.
dijeron nada. ¿Por qué eso? Pues sí, hablé con ellos.
Yes, I did speak to them.
Did you tell them that you were in fear of the incident that happened with your brother and the gun, you and your friend?
Les dijiste que tú habías tenido miedo, tú y tu amiga, durante el incidente que pasó con tu hermano?
No. Porque
No.
es que ninguna de las dos tuvo miedo.
Because neither one of us were afraid.
Okay. All right. I don't have anything further. Does the state have any cross-examination or after that, PD Rainford?
I do not,
No,
Judge.
Your Honor.
Okay. All right. I don't have any other questions of
Es
this.
todo lo que Eso es todo lo que la juez quería saber de ti. Gracias.
Ok, dale.
Thank you.
A ver.
All right, if there's nothing else, I'm going to go ahead and give my ruling.
Ok. Si no hay nada más, entonces yo voy a dar mi fallo en este momento.
I'm going to order a $7,000 surety bond. And that'll be 1,500 on the first case, 1,500 on the second charge, 1,500 on the third charge, 1,000 on the fourth, 1,000 on the fifth, 250,000 on the sixth, and 250,000 on the seventh. That should total 7,000. Does it, Miss Champion? Check my math.
Your Honor, you want $1,250 on the last two charges?
$250, yes.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. With the surety bond, he's going to be ordered to have no drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. And I'm sorry, Miss Lucia, you want me to break it up?
El fallo de la juez es la siguiente. No, I got it, Your Honor.
Okay.
Tiene un bono de fianza asegurado por un total de $7,000. Eso es $1,500 por la primera acusación, $1,500 por la segunda, $1,500 por la tercera, $1,000 por la cuarta, $1,000 por la quinta y $250 por la sexta y $250 por la séptima. Aparte de eso, una orden judicial de no tener, consumir o poseer ningún tipo de droga, ningún tipo de alcohol y ningún tipo de arma durante el periodo que esté bajo fianza.
I'm very concerned about the allegations. And so if Mr. Alvarado has a weapon, which it sounds like he does, he needs to surrender any and all weapons to the sheriff's department immediately, or the parents can take them over there. They sweep his room before he gets home. But there should be no weapons in that home with the 17-year-old anyway.
Estoy bastante preocupada por estos cargos y estas alegaciones. Parte de la orden judicial es que se deshaga, que entregue a las autoridades, a la oficina de policía o a la oficina del sheriff, cualquier y toda arma que tenga en su casa. Esto es algo que pueden hacer los padres antes de que el muchacho llegue a la casa, sino también es responsabilidad del muchacho de entregar a las autoridades toda y cualquier arma.
¿Podría hablar?
May I speak?
Very, very briefly.
Brevemente.
Todas las armas fueron entregadas al policía. No tenemos absolutamente nada en la casa. Buscamos con mi esposa. No hay más armas en esta casa. Todo fue entregado al oficial ese día.
All firearms and all weapons were surrendered to the police officer on that day. My wife and I have swept the house and there is nothing left in the house.
Oh, good. Since those are bond conditions for his son, does his son have anywhere else to go stay?
Ok, esas son condiciones de la fianza, entonces está bien que hayan hecho eso. Una pregunta, ¿su hijo tiene algún otro lugar donde quedarse?
No, no. Nosotros llevamos en este estado 7 meses y no tenemos a nadie. Acá, pues, vivimos solo los 4.
No, we have been as a family in this state for about 7 months. We don't have any other family here. It's just the 4 of us.
I'm going to allow him with a lot of caution if he makes bond to return home with no further violent contact with his sister's friend, who are the victims in this case.
Le voy a dejar con mucha preocupación regresar al señor al muchacho Daniel Alvarado a la casa, pero con una orden judicial de no tener ningún contacto violento con su hermana ni con la amiga de su hermana.
And I hope he understands the seriousness of his first offense. It's pretty serious. He could have killed someone in the apartment above when that bullet went there. It's very, very serious.
Y esperamos que comprendas la seriedad de estas acusaciones y de lo que sucedió. Pudiste haber matado a alguien en el departamento de arriba.
Do I need to order him to go to some AA classes or get some drug treatment?
Necesito ordenar que vayas a clases de alcohólicos anónimos o a clases de tratamiento de alcohol o drogas.
No, porque la verdad, lo que él tomó fue, estábamos viendo el partido de Colombia en la noche y solo fueron 2 cervezas.
No, because what he consumed was while we were watching a soccer game of Colombia at night, and it was 2 beers.
Well, he's not supposed to have any alcohol while on bond, not even beer. So hopefully this will not happen again.
Ok, es importante que comprenda que durante el periodo de tiempo que él va a estar bajo fianza, no puede beber ninguna bebida alcohólica en ningún momento por ninguna razón.
All right, that should be it. Anything else, counsel?
Nothing
Your
from
Honor,
the
I
state.
would just again urge that he receives a lower bond. I understand the gravity of the allegations, Your Honor, but this is his first arrest, and I'm unsure that he'll be able to post that amount or his family.
Well, he'll have to wait to SAP week after next. I'm not going to lower the bond. I'm just not sure and not sure what's going on there. I want to make sure everybody's going to be safe, so I'm going to stick to the surety bond for right now.
Su abogada defensora pidió un bono de fianza menor. La juez dijo que no, que debido a la gravedad de los casos, del caso tiene que ser en esa cantidad. Pero
Esto, ¿hay un plan de financiamiento o debe pagarse en su totalidad?
Your Honor, the father is asking whether that $7,000, is there a financing plan or does that need to come up fully, the $7,000 for him to come out?
I don't like to give advice, but I believe you can check with the bonding company.
Usted, ok, no podemos darle consejo, pero puede chequear con una compañía de bonos de fianza.
And talk to Attorney Rainford, the son's public defender. She can help them with that as well.
Si es que usted habla con la abogada que le defendió a su hijo el día de hoy, la abogada Rainford, no sé si sepa cómo comunicarse con ella. Ella le puede decir lo que puede hacer.
Does he have her contact number?
He does not know how to contact her.
Ms. Rainford, are you able to put it in the chat? Will the father see the chat for your number to call
Yes,
you, or do you?
I can put it in the chat. I'm just unsure of how the communication will go with the carrier.
I tell you what, Ms. Rainford, can you see the chat to Miss Lucia?
Yes.
Okay, put it in there, and then she will, once we kind of close out, I don't want to say it over the recording here over the Zoom. Miss Lucia, will you be able to get that to the father?
Yes, and I can make a 3-way call with the father.
Great.
And let me see, Your Honor, really briefly, if I have his
I think
number.
he gave it to you
yesterday.
from yesterday, right? Okay.
Well, actually, no, he gave me Melanie's
That's
number.
right. He was given the other victim.
Would it be okay if I get it from him now in Spanish?
Yes.
A ver, deme su número de teléfono, señor Daniel, papá.
303
Ya,
898
ya,
8091.
91. Okay.
Sí.
I will look in the chat. And Ms. Rainford, what time should I make the call?
Whenever court is over, we'll be fine. And I can also just send a message right now in the chat to you on what to tell him because it's very brief.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, if you want to send that, I will give him a call and tell him what you said.
Thank you so much.
All
You're
right, thank you.
welcome.
All right, thank you.
Your
Ms.
Honor,
Hunter?
after I take
There
note
you
of
go.
the chat, may I please be excused if that is all my business for the court?
Yes, I don't think you need to sound for anyone else in courtroom 2. We have no need for Spanish, correct, courtroom 2 or ACDC?
No, that's all, Judge.
All right. I think the mother's trying to say something, but I'm not for sure what it's going to be. Not sure if I'm going to
Señora, yo
allow.
les voy a llamar por teléfono.
You all are free to go. Thank you.
Ok,
Pueden retirarse.
ok, gracias.
Okay. I have not seen anything on the chat just yet.
Okay, let's see.
I'm typing. I'm gonna send it to you directly.
Okay. I'll stand by.
Actually, hold on for a second. Right.
Yeah.
Can we go to position 4, Judge?
Okay.
We still have position 9 at ACDC.
You want to do ACDC first or you?
That's fine. ACDC.
Okay. And this was position 9, ACDC, which is it, how do you pronounce it? Cacchetti, maybe?
Chiquetti, yes, ma'am.
Cacchetti. This is 26 CR 004304B. Free trial.
7, on probation for shoplifting. It's 25 CR 003 359B. As an open shoplifting on probation for another shoplifting. 25 CR 003 969B. That's all she had, a probation hold. And a 2025 battery DV arrest. So level 3. That's it.
All right. State.
Judge, the defendant was observed taking 4 items from Sephora, placing them in a handbag, and then leaving. She's charged with theft by shoplifting. This was at the 3130 Avalon Boulevard. State's recommending $1,000 bond.
All right.
Sorry, Your Honor. I was
I
typing.
know, I was giving you a second. I knew you were. Have you sent her the message?
I sent her part of it. I'll send the other half after I discuss Miss Chiquetti's case. So
Okay.
she's 55 years old, Your Honor. She's been in Georgia for 40 years. She was born in Chicago, and traveled a lot and moved around a lot due to her father's line of work. She's currently unemployed, but is looking for a job, Your Honor. And she doesn't have anyone to help her make a bond or post a bond. If a signature bond is not inclined, Your Honor, I would ask that it remain at the $1,000 surety so that hopefully she'll be able to post it somehow.
All right. I will order the $1,000 surety bond. She is to stay away from all Sephora stores in Fulton County. No drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. And that should be it.
Judge.
Is that it for you, ACDC?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Position 3, Ms. Bailey. Sorry, Judge. Position 4, Ms. Barber.
This is 26 CR 004295G. Ms. Barber, 2 counts.
Second arrest, 2020 driving without a valid license. Dismiss. Level 1.
All right.
Judge, The facts of this case were the police were called to the scene of a domestic dispute. The defendant had gone through the victim's phone and discovered that he was texting other women. She confronted him by throwing his phone at him and struck him in the face with it. She continued to sort of beat up on him until he finally left. When the police arrived, they observed abrasions to the victim's elbows, fingers, and that he had a busted lip. The state's recommending a $1,000 good bond, no further violent contact with Eric Williams, who is the victim in this case.
And I'm assuming if we're saying no further violent contact, we've spoken to him and that's the victim's desire?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, PD Rainford. I know we keep calling on you. You want me hold a second so you can, I wanted you to finish that text. So
I
mean,
did send
Pat,
it, so it's all good now. Thank you.
You're good? Okay, I was gonna give you a second to get that out. All right, thank you. Go ahead.
Miss Barber is 32 years of age. She currently lives at the incident location. I'm not sure if there was a stay away requested, but I would ask that she not be removed from her residence. She's been in Georgia all her life. She currently has a job at the Amazon warehouse, but she mentioned to me that she may be at risk of termination because she had work this morning and obviously did not show up, and they have to let them know through a portal or some sort. So obviously she was not able to let them know that she wasn't going to be at work today. And so she's at risk of termination for that. I'd also be asking that she receive a signature bond, Your Honor, for this incident. They do share a child together, Your Honor. That's my understanding. And so I'd just ask that the no further violent contact is okay with her. And she had mentioned to me that she didn't even put hands on him and that it was only a verbal altercation. So I'd be asking for a signature bond on her behalf.
All right, I am concerned. Says that the allegations are that she struck him in the face with a cell phone. And he had a busted lip. So if I think that this is going to be able to be cooled down, usually I order them to stay away. How old is the child?
2 years old.
2. Okay. I will give her a chance and hope that this is calmed down and over, but I usually don't allow them to go back home this fast. So I will order a on the first charge for a signature bond through pretrial for the battery family violence, 2,400. I'm sorry, 2,500. And then the simple battery, 1,500. So that will be $4,000 signature bond through pretrial, level 1. I'm going to ask her to take 10 anger awareness courses through pretrial. No drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. No further violent contact with the victim. And that will be it for now.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to get up. Position 13, Ms. Glass.
This is 26 CR 04316J. Jessica Glass. Pretrial.
Second arrest. Last was 2006 out of Alabama. Harassing communication. This is level 1. Hey, the last case we did, that was Barbara, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, that was Barbara.
That's it.
All right.
Judge, the defendant and the victim were residing at a hotel on Old National, Super 8 in College Park. Officers were called to the scene, and upon investigation, they ended up charging the defendant with punching the victim in the eye with a closed fist. The officers observed visible swelling, redness, and some bleeding, and the incident was captured on closed captioned TV on camera. We have contact with the victim. He is okay with continuing a relationship with her, but he would like no further violent contact, and that individual is Dennis Hodge, and the state's going to recommend a $2,000 bond.
All right. PD?
Yes, Your Honor. Miss Glass is 36 years of age. She does have a good mailing address, her mom's address. She has been in Georgia all her life. She's currently unemployed. She is the mother of 3 children. However, she only the 8-month-old, which is the youngest, resides with her, Your Honor, and that's the child that she shares with the alleged victim. She also mentioned to me that she's able to support this child through government assistance, Your Honor, and due to that, she's obviously not going to be able to afford any sort of bond. So I'd be asking for a signature bond on her behalf. Her last arrest was 20 years ago, Your Honor. So I'd just be asking for a signature bond on her behalf.
All right. I'm going to order the, I'm going to make it a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial. And that's that 1 count of battery family violence for $3,000 signature bond through pretrial level 1. And I'm going to have her to take 3 anger awareness classes through pretrial. No drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. And no further violent contact with the victim. And that should be it.
Position 16, Mr. Howard.
Okay. This is 26 CR 0004299Y. Keontae Howard, pretrial.
6. Got an open case out of Coweta, possession of marijuana. 2025 probation. 24 trespass conviction. What is? Hold on. Level 1. That's it.
Okay.
Judge, this is the case that was also involved with Jasia Andrews, the case before it. This was officers were called to a domestic dispute because the 2 individuals were in a fight. The allegation against Mr. Howard is that he dragged Ms. Andrews off of her bed and pushed her into a wall, damaging the drywall. The defendant said that she became physical, and he pulled her off the bed, but did not shove her. At any rate, Mackenzie had, Miss Andrews, I should say, had visible red marks on her knees, neck, and arms, as described earlier. And the officers did observe a hole in the drywall where Mr. Howard allegedly shoved Ms. Andrews. Both individuals were arrested, as you know. The state's going to recommend $1,000 on each charge, battery, the 2 counts of battery and 1 count of simple battery, all family violence, for a total of $3,000, and no further contact with Ms. Andrews.
Okay. PD?
Your Honor, I'm asking for a signature bond for Mr. Howard. He has no kind of violent history at all. I believe I heard something about an arrest in Kuwait for marijuana possession. He is 19 years old. He is gainfully employed. I was able to speak with his grandmother, who I believe is on the Zoom, Miss Howard, and he lives with her, Your Honor, and we believe that if he is let out on a signature bond, he will appear for court and do whatever it is that the court asks him to do. Grandma tells me, Your Honor, that she does not want the young lady to be at her home. In fact, my client was the one who called the police because the young lady allegedly pushed him down the stairs. And that was why he called the police. Your Honor, but he ended up being arrested because I guess they could not determine who was the primary aggressor, although my client says that he did not hit her at all, that she was the one who attacked him. So I'm asking for a signature bond for him, Your Honor.
All right. I think there was a question with the other case in my notes with Miss her name just escaped me.
Ms. Andrews.
Andrews. With Miss Andrews, did I do the stay away or I didn't?
Well, she has to stay away. She doesn't live there. It's grandma's home, and grandma says she cannot come there.
And I know
I believe Judge, sorry.
Go ahead.
I think you did set no further contact with Howard and allowed one time to go back to the residence to retrieve her belongings with an escort.
Right. Okay. I was just making sure that I did that. So I will order a $3,000 signature bond through pretrial, 1,000 on each of the charges. He'll be at a level 1. And so both of them are to have no further contact and no drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. And I guess that'll be, well, I tell you what, I had, maybe I can have him to take 3 anger awareness courses through pretrial. Did I give her some as well?
She'll be fine, Your Honor.
Okay. Did I do that, State?
You did not, Judge, on her.
Okay, well, we'll just have him to take the 3. They're free through pretrial.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah. Anything else, counsel?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Got add on one, Mr. Dewberry.
Okay. This is 26 CR 004317D, Andrew DeBerry, charged with 2 counts, I believe. Retrial? No, it's 3 counts.
11. 2024 failure to appear. 22 simple battery DV dismissed. 2010 stalking conviction. Level 1. That's it.
All right.
Judge, the victim and a friend went to the location of 3810 Will Lee Road in College Park to speak with the defendant about some sort of an ongoing situation that was occurring between them. And when she attempted to speak to the defendant started to strike her with his fists multiple times across her face. He punched her in both her eyes and her mouth. Ultimately, other individuals had to intervene to stop the beating. And the victim, I should say, I apologize, had visible swelling to both her eyes and her lips. And there were witnesses to this assault. One was a minor, hence the charge, and the minor also had to intervene to attempt to stop it. The victim is Kenyana Travis, and we have had contact with her, and she is seeking no further contact with this defendant, as well as a stay away order. The state's recommendation for the bond is going to be, I think he has a current bond of $5,000 on the battery, $1,000 on the cruelty to children. And the simple battery, the recommendation is going to be $1,000 for a $7,000 total bond. No further contact with Kenyana Travis, and stay away from the location of 3810 Will Lee Road.
Now, are we going to say no further contact with Ms. Travis and the minor child whose initials?
I didn't have that in my recommendation. Oh. Certainly, I have no problem with that, Judge. I can get that individual's name if you want.
Okay. And do I see, is there Kenyana on the Zoom?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you wish to answer a brief question for me?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Raise your right hand. Do you affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Making sure you're not driving, are you?
No.
Okay. All right. Put your hand down for me. First question is, are you in fear of Mr. DeBerry?
Yes, because he done came to my house one time before with a gun.
Okay. So do you want to have any further contact with him at this time?
No, not at all.
All right. Is he the father of your child?
No, I don't have. He's a ex to my significant other right now.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Thank you. Any cross-examination questions from the state or PD?
None from
No,
the
Your
state, Judge.
Honor.
Okay. All right. Thank you for coming on. You can mute yourself and listen to the ruling. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you.
Mm.
All right. Go ahead, PD Sperber.
Yeah, so Mr. DeBerry is 46 years old, lived here his whole life, and he does have all of his siblings live in Georgia. Regarding the stay away, and I apologize if I'm incorrect, I believe 3810 will lead. That is Mr. DeBerry's address and not where Miss Kenyana lives. So if I know she's here, so if she'd like to
Can you
confirm.
come back on for a minute? Turn on your camera, please. Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
That address, that is not your address, or it is your address?
No, that's his address.
Okay, that's his address. Okay.
Yeah, so we would just ask, obviously, no, stay away from his own address. But yeah, my client, he does work for the city of Atlanta as a wastewater operator. He's been doing that for about 5.5 years full time. But we would ask for a signature bond due to financial difficulty. He has no issue with the stay away, no objection at all, and would respect, the stay away and no further contact.
All right. I'm going to order the $7,000 surety bond. That'll be $5,000 on the battery, $1,000 on the simple battery, and then $1,000 on the cruelty, for a total of $7,000. No further contact with the victim, Kenyana Travis, and no further contact with the minor child. He is to be 200 yards or 2 football fields away from Miss Travis, and have no type of contact with her or any of her friends or relatives. I usually say stay away from their job as well as their home. No drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond.
One thing, Your Honor, and I'm sorry, I just thought about it.
Mhm.
I believe the minor in question, I believe is Mr. DeBerry's stepson, who lives with him.
Oh, wow. Okay. Hold on.
So not sure. And I know that he lives with his stepchildren. I just cannot remember or recall if that is one of them, but I believe that is one of them. I don't believe that's like Kenyana's son or anything like
Miss
that.
Travis?
Ma'am.
One more question. I'm sorry. The minor child in the report is not your child?
No, it's his significant other child, which is my friend.
So that child lives with whom?
Him and his mother.
And his mother. Okay. All right. So I'll take the child out. That's the reason why it wasn't in there, ASG Rosenberg. So I will
guess
not
so.
add, I will not add to it. All right. Now we're straight. Thank you for being here and coming on to kind of clear up some of the facts. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Appreciate it. Thank you. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor. Apologies.
Thank you. Mm-hmm.
Position 12, Mr. Flowers.
This is 26 CR 004314A Sean Flowers.
It's third arrest. Got an open case out of Gwinnett County. Possession of drug-related object. Open case out of Fulton for trespass damage. It's 26 CR 001202A. I think this is level 2. That's it.
Judge, this is the case against Sean Flowers, who's charged with loitering and prowling, obstruction, and contributing to the delinquency of a minor. Officers responded to an an armed person call near a retail area. This is another case that we had talked about earlier. When they arrived, they heard some voices. They saw 4 males talking near the retail area. When they approached, all 4 ran. 3 of them were captured. 2 of the 3 had weapons, and this defendant had a Glock that was on his person. And one of the individuals was a minor. I believe he has a current total bond of $8,500, $5,000 on the loitering and prowling, $1,000 on the obstruction, $2,500 on the contributing to the delinquency of a minor. I just asked that if the court adds the stay away from the 3005 Peachtree Road area in Atlanta.
Okay. All right, PD.
Yeah, so Mr. Flowers is 19 years old, born and raised, and lived here his whole life, Your Honor. His mother, grandmother, and sisters all live in Georgia with him. He is currently getting his GED, and he's working 2 jobs right now, Your Honor. He works at Five Guys and at Tees Brunch in Midtown. He's worked there for the last few months. He works almost every day and almost every weekend. He is just trying to, make some money, help support himself and his family. I understand, the severity of having a gun in this case, Your Honor, but my client was just, is just young, and he's hoping for a signature bond so he can continue to just keep working, keep earning his GED, and start moving on the right path, Your Honor.
I will still give him a surety bond. For the first loitering, I will lower that sum to 4,000, and then the willful obstruction 1,000, and contributing to the delinquency of a minor 1,500. So that's 6,500. Is that right, Ms. Champion? 4, 5, 6,
Yep, correct.
6,500. He is to stay away from that incident location. If he has any weapons, he needs to surrender them to the sheriff's department, if he didn't already. No drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. And I think that we have no further contact with the other co-defendants, did we? Attorney Rosenberg?
Judge, I don't recall that. I'll take a quick peek.
I don't know, did I?
I don't believe you did.
Oh, okay. Because it was what, 3 of them?
There were 3. I thought there were only 2 on the calendar, though, but maybe there was a
Oh,
3rd.
maybe so then.
But I don't remember there being no contact between the 3 individuals.
Sometimes we do that.
Right.
Who was the minor? At least was that was the other case that I heard today, was with the other minor. I think he was 17, if my memory is halfway correct.
Yeah, the other case was the Cyrus Ragsdale case.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to go back. Sorry, Judge. Or
Our
Quintavious
case was
Ragsdale.
Cyrus Ramirez. My
Oh, right.
client.
And he's the minor, correct, Mr.
He was
Clark?
17, but there was a 15-year-old apparently.
Oh,
So I imagine he was probably taken
so that
somewhere
was that.
else.
Okay, so that was the 15. Okay, so I guess I will not, since I didn't order it in the other, so I'll leave that alone. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Uh-huh.
Position 17, Mr. Juarez.
This is 26 CR 00430 7D Marco Juarez. Pretrial.
Second, got an open case out of Fayette County driving without a valid license. Level 1. That's it.
All right, state.
Judge, this individual was seen and stopped for driving while texting or texting and driving at 6099 Old National Highway in South Fulton. When he was stopped, he could not produce a driver's license, and that's the basis for the two charges. State's recommending $500 on each charge, total $1,000 bond. Defendant can sign his bond.
Okay. All right. Do you have any objection, PD, to a signature bond?
No objections to the signature bond, Your Honor.
All right. So that'll be $1,000. Right. $1,000 signature bond through the jail. 500 on each. No drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. And no driving unless he has the proper credentials. He needs to stop driving without a license. All right.
Position 22, Mr. Ragsdale.
Okay. This is going to be 26 CR 004311L, Quintavious Ragsdale, pretrial.
10. You got an open suspended license, suspended registration case on probation out of Clayton County. Burglary. 2022 fade to appear. 24 probation. 2019 burglary conviction. I think this is level 1. That's it.
Okay.
Judge, yes, this happened on 7915 Sonoya Road in Fairburn. Defendant and his girlfriend got in an argument. The defendant got out of the car and jumped on the windshield, basically smashing up the windshield of the vehicle. The vehicle was not owned by Kejja Young, but another individual. Defendant currently has $1,000 bond. State's going to ask the bond remain at $1,000.
Okay. PD.
Yeah, Mr. Ragsdale is 25 years old, Your Honor. He's lived here his whole life. Pretty much his whole family lives here in Georgia with him. He was doing warehouse work, loading trucks, unloading trucks, but unfortunately lost his job due to the arrests. He has a great desire to get back to working, to support himself, help his family out. We would ask, Your Honor, for a signature bond, given that as you heard from pretrial, my client had the other case in the city of Atlanta. He had to make bond for that case, Your Honor, and having to make a bond here would put a real financial hardship on him. We understand the severity of what he did, but we would just ask that he be able to get a signature bond just so that he can get back out and get a job again and get back to working.
What year was his FTA? Do you remember pretrial? I don't know if it was remote or recent.
I think it was just marked as like older than 2 years.
I will stay with the $1,000 surety bond that he has now. No drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. And I guess, well, he lives at that apartment complex where this occurred, or just the victim lives there. Are we not sure?
Let me scroll away, Your Honor. Give me a second.
Okay.
Guys, the address that he gave me is a different address, so I think just the victim must live there, or alleged victim. He lives at a different address.
So are we saying no further contact with the victim? I don't know if the state's spoken to or not, or.
Judge, we haven't had contact with the victim in this case.
All right, let me say no further contact with the victim at this time and stay away from the incident location. PD, your client has his hand up, I think.
He has a question about the address.
I live there. That's my house. She pulled up my house directly to me.
7915 Sonoya Road is where you live?
Is that an apartment or a house?
4101 Peachtree Lane.
Huh?
4101 Peachtree Lane. She lied. No address.
Apartment or house?
The apartment.
Sorry, Your Honor, I'm just having a little bit of a hard
That's
time
okay.
hearing him.
Right. I think he said he gave another address.
Big louder.
The address that I was given when I spoke with him earlier was a 62 Harwell Road.
That's my grandma address.
Okay.
But the Peachtree Lane, that's actually my sister's house. But I go over there. I live with my sister. You know what I'm saying? But I back and forth with my grandma and my sister's house. You know what I'm saying? But
And then the incident occurred at
house. See the address that's on there, that's Sonoy Road, that's the main street. Peachtree Landing is the apartment, the address. She don't know. She pulled up over there on
so if we put in our Google that address that we have on the report, it should not show up as a residence, or maybe it's a business on Sonoya Road or not. Can anybody do that real quick to see? Can at least get the right address.
It just comes up as, if I type in the
Mhm.
address, it comes up as Peachtree Landing Relaxed Apartment Complex, pet
Oh, that
friendly,
may be the
offers
rental office
Wi-Fi.
possibly, or just the.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like that might be like the main leasing office. Just looking on like Google, like Street View.
Mm-hmm. So we'll put on his to stay away from her, wherever she lives or stays or works. I usually can go general with that until we can confirm what her actual address is. So he would be under a no further contact with her. Stay 200 yards away from her. Right now, this hasn't had time to cool down or anything.
I was going to say, Judge, that's the address I have listed for the victim, but again, I can't confirm that that's 100% right.
But he doesn't live at the Peachtree Landing Apartments, right?
Don't believe so.
Right. So I'm going to ask him to stay away from that apartment complex so we can kind of confirm. I don't know what her apartment number is. Don't always want to be in the middle of it. So right now, since he doesn't live there, to stay away from those apartments while he's on bond, so we can sort it all out.
All right.
Okay? All right.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you.
Position 26, Ms. Turner. Mr. Turner.
What was Ragsdale bond?
He had a 1,000 surety. This is 26 CR 004291Y Terry Turner. Pretrial.
8. On probation for forgery. On probation for 2 counts of simple battery. They missing a case number. 2025 fade to appear. 2019 probation. 2017 entering auto 2 counts first offender. What level? Level 3. That's it.
Okay.
Judge, the facts in this case are that the defendant got in an argument with the victim and kind of mashed her face, and then allegedly went to his car during this argument and took out a gun and threatened to kill everybody who was there. The defendant admitted only to pushing her. Let me just make sure I get the rest of it. Yeah, that's it, Judge. Current bond recommendation is going to be a $3,500 total bond. No, I take that back. $3,500 on the simple battery, $1,500 on the criminal trespass for a $5,000 total bond. No further contact with Jamia Hartness, who is the victim in this case. And then no alcohol, drugs, or weapons while on bond, and surrender any firearms while on bond, as well as stay away from the location 67, or I should say 676 Cedar Ave Northwest. So, yeah, I hope we got that. 5,000 total bond, no further contact, stay away.
Got it.
Thank you.
All right. PD Sperber.
Yeah, so Mr. Turner is 27. He's lived here his whole life. He has 5 children, Your Honor. 2 live with him. And he also currently lives with his mother, who has cancer. So he both financially and just emotionally and all that stuff supports her. As to the stay away, 676 Cedar is his address. The victim, I'm being told, to my understanding, currently lives in New Mexico and does not live in Georgia. I have not been able to confirm that. I don't know if the state has. But I believe that she had come to his home that evening. So he does have a high school degree, and he currently is a team lead for a moving company. He drives their box trucks. We would ask. I would just like to point out he does deny anything regarding a gun and threatening to kill everyone. His mother, who it's in the affidavit, his mother does say that none of that happened, and that they, ended up hanging out and laughing after some event. But I would ask for a signature bond, Your Honor. He is the main provider for 2 children and his mother with cancer, and he would like to be able to go home as of right now because his mother is there with his 2 children. So he would like to be able to go back and take care of them and, go back to work and continue to provide for them.
I think I was a little concerned about his history. I'm going to stay with the $5,000 surety bond, $3,500 for the first charge and $1,500 for the second. And I don't know, PD Kim is not here today, right? She always asks about the sheriff's 10% program, so you may want to ask her about that. I would allow him to do that.
I can do that, Your Honor.
Okay. Are you aware of that, Mr. Sperber?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
I appreciate it, Your Honor. Thank you.
Oh, and wait a minute. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Hold on.
yes. No, you're
Did right. No further contact with the victim. No drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. And if he has any guns, to surrender them to the sheriff's department. Gets out on bond. And I think that's it. I'll leave off the stay away since you said that's his location.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you.
Position 6, Mr. Byers.
This is, you said 6. I'm sorry. Went to the wrong one.
Correct, Judge.
Okay. 26 CR 004297E Zion Byers, 1 count of Lord and Prowling pretrial.
6. We got an open battery out of Bartow County. Open theft case out of Indianapolis, Indiana. 2025 theft of arrest, and a resident of Tennessee. I think this is level 2. That's it.
All right.
So, Judge, on the 26th, at the location of 1123 Chattahoochee Circle in Roswell, officers just got a call of somebody on the property there. I guess it's an apartment complex who did not belong on the property. When the officers arrived, they saw the defendant. He claimed that he was the boyfriend of a resident there, but they could not confirm that. And I think they actually spoke to the individual and he said, no, I don't know that person. And some of his items, personal items, were found under a balcony at that location. He currently has, I think, a $2,000 bond. I'd ask that bond remain and the defendant have a stay away from the 1123 Chattahoochee Circle location.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Byers is 20 years old. He was born in Indiana and lived in Tennessee for a while before coming to Georgia. He's currently unemployed. He's trying/looking for a job. It's my understanding that he may have some MH concerns, Your Honor. He relayed to me that he is at a behavioral health center. I tried calling them earlier, but I wasn't able to confirm because I didn't get anyone. No one answered the call, Your Honor. So because of that, I'd be asking for a social worker visit for him, so that we can figure out what's going on there and for the lowest reasonable bond possible, Your Honor.
All right. We have the preset 2000 surety. And I will order the social worker visit. No drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. And stay away from the incident location if that is an apartment complex. If he does not reside there, to stay away from the complex. Your client is raising his hand. I'm not sure if he wanted to speak or not.
Mr. Byers, you have a right to remain silent. Just letting you know that anything that you say right now can be used against you. If you need anything else, you can reach out to me. We can have the deputies call me before they bring you back. I've already made your bond case to the judge. We're waiting on her ruling right now. I'm asking for the lowest reasonable possible bond on your behalf. If a signature bond is not going to be inclined here, okay, I understand. And I've relayed to the judge the information that you provided to me earlier.
Okay. All right, $2,000 surety bond. And again, no drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond, and to stay away from the incident location in that whole apartment complex unless he lives there. And if he lives there, I'd like to know that so that we can make sure that the victim feels safe. I would say no further contact with the victim, even though she doesn't know him. I guess he can answer that. Does he live at this complex or not?
No, he doesn't, Your Honor.
Okay, he does not. Okay. All right, to stay away from that complex, please, sir. Thank you.
Position 7, Mr. Kellaway. Come on.
This is 26 CR 004301J, Daryl Calloway. 3 counts, pre-trial.
You got 130.
130.
Yes.
Okay.
2026 shoplifting Nolo. 25 theft by taking obstruction trespass conviction. 24 trespass conviction. 24 shoplifting Nolo. 24 obstruction trespass possession of drug related objects conviction. You want more?
No.
All right.
State.
Good. This occurred at the 24/7 Food Mart at 8 Cleveland Ave, southeast in Atlanta. Officers arrived at the Food Mart. They were called out. They saw the defendant sitting outside. They recognized him as someone who had a criminal trespass warning against him for that location. And the store manager actually had video of the defendant taking a water and a bag of chips and leaving without paying. Upon arrest, he was found with a crack pipe. The state's recommendation is $1,000 on each of the counts for a $3,000 total good bond. Stay away from. There's actually 2 Food Mart locations right there. One at 8 Cleveland Ave and one at 5 Cleveland Ave. The manager would like him to stay away from both of them. So that'd be asked that be a condition of bond.
All right.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Calloway is 55 years old. He's been in Georgia his whole life. He is a high school grad. He relayed to me. He denies the allegations, Your Honor. And I would be asking for a signature bond. If a signature bond is not applicable, I would be asking for the lowest reasonable amount. The bond was already preset, I believe, at $600 for the criminal trespass and the theft by shoplifting, and the possession of the drug-related object, Your Honor. So I'd be asked that it remain at the preset or even lower, if possible, Your Honor, because it's my understanding that he doesn't have anything to pay for a bond, and if he only allegedly took these chips and water, it's clearly poverty-related issues and lack of resources, Your Honor.
So you're saying the preset bond right now is the 1,800, 600 on each?
Yes, and if it can't be any lower, I'd be asking that it remain at that, Your Honor.
Were you going to say something, ASG Rosenberg?
Judge, I was just going to say, this case is probably a felony, but unfortunately, just because of the amount, it's our belief that the district attorney's office isn't going to indict it, and that's why we're handling it, and that's why I asked for that bond amount.
Okay. I will leave it at the preset bond for the 1,800, 600 on each. He is to stay away from both of the food marts on Cleveland Avenue, 5 and 8. And no drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. That'll be it.
Thank you, Judge.
Position 11, Mr. Cosby.
Okay. This is 26 CR 004303Y, Eric Cosby. Pretrial.
46 on probation for burglary in the first. 2025 failed to appear. 23 giving false name conviction. 22 theft by unlawful taking conviction. LTAs from 2019, 15, and 2013. It's level 3. That's it.
Okay. Hey.
Judge, sorry, this officer, Courtney Gray, was conducting an investigation related to a shoplifting incident at the area of 3668 Marketplace Boulevard in East Point. During that investigation, she encountered the defendant, who gave her a false date of birth and name. Maham Joseph, date of birth 5/4/1975 was the fake name and date of birth. Defendant's current bond is $2,000. I'd ask that it remain at that, given his record.
All right. PD.
Yeah, Mr. Cosby is 51 years old, has lived here since he was a teenager. And for the last about 2 years, Your Honor, he's been doing temp jobs with a temp agency. So just kind of jobs based on whatever they have available. While we understand his history, Your Honor, just given financial situation that Mr. Cosby is currently in, we would ask that this be a signature bond. He doesn't believe that he'd really be able to afford anything other than that at the current time.
I'll leave it at what it's preset at the $2,000 surety. And he's to stay away from the incident location. There wasn't a person, correct? No.
No, Your Honor.
Right. No drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond.
Can I have a stairway address, please?
It's 3668 Marketplace Boulevard in East Point.
Is that a business, I think?
I think so, Judge, yes.
Yeah.
Is Mr. Cosby raising his hand? I can't tell.
Oh, yes.
Mr. Cosby, just wanted to give you a heads up. Anything you say can and may be used against you. The judge has already made her decision regarding your bond. If you'd like, the jail can call me as well. But I would just advise that let's just wait till before they take you back. The jail can give me a call and we can talk. All right.
Petition 14, Mr. Hamid.
All right, this is 26 CR 004305A. Mr. Hamid. Pretrial.
Third, you got open theft by taking in state court. It's 26 CR 003202L. Got an open fake charge for transfer case as well. 2025 suspended license. Level 2.
All right.
Judge, officers were dispatched to the location of 16160 Henderson Road in Milton, Georgia, on an assault call. Upon their arrival, the defendant had already left the location. The victim is the daughter of the defendant's wife. He's their stepfather. The victim said she had caught the defendant cheating a few weeks back, told her mom, and the defendant was working in the yard, came in and confronted the victim and started striking her in the face. She had noticeable injuries, and the assault was witnessed by her brother. The officers located the defendant at his workplace and arrested him. At some point, I guess the defendant has rather broad shoulders, so they took him out of the vehicle to adjust his handcuffs, and he tried to escape from them, hence the obstruction charge. State's going to recommend $5,000 total bond, $2,000 on the battery family violence, $2,000 on the simple battery family violence, and $1,000 on the obstruction charge. No further violent contact with Amia Horace. They both still live at that location, the 160 Henderson Road.
Okay. PD?
Mr. Hamid is 37 years old. He's lived here for about 7 years with his wife and her 2 children. He has worked for the last about 4 or 5 months full-time as a line cook at a restaurant. And while I understand he has some history, I would like to point out that he has no prior FTAs and has shown up for his previous cases. We would just request the lowest possible bond, Your Honor, on this one, just so that Mr. Ahmed can get back home to his wife.
I will, and so the victim just wanted to have no further violent contact.
That's right, Your Honor. She does live at that location. They both live there.
Oh, hoping it's calmed down. It just happened. All right, I'm going to give him a signature bond through pretrial. And on the battery family violence would be $2,500, willful obstruction 1,000, and then the simple battery 2,000. So that will be 5,500. 5,500 signature bond through pretrial. Level 2 was a recommendation. No further violent contact with the victim.
Hi, excuse me. I'm the victim. Is it okay if I talk?
Hold on a second. All right, raise your right hand for me. Do you affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
Yes.
All right, state your name, please.
My name's Amaya Harris.
All right, are you in fear of Mr. Ahmed?
Yes, I am.
Do you want to have any further contact with him?
I don't.
Okay, and so you all reside in the house together?
Right now, yes, we are all on the lease currently. The lease should be up in about a month, but I live with my brother and my mom as well.
And how old are
And my
you?
brother, I'm 22.
Okay, and go
And
ahead.
my brother who witnessed the whole thing as well, he's the one who stepped in between Saeed Ahmed to like stop him from hitting me. And he's in here too. Can he speak as well?
He's a witness?
Yes.
This is quite not the trial. I do believe if he's going to be very brief. How old is he?
He is 27.
Okay. Where is he?
He's here. Turn on your screen.
I'm right here, Your Honor.
All right, raise your right hand for me.
Yep.
Affirm the testimony you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, put your hand down and state your name, please.
My name is Mikkel with Annual Fox Sites.
All right, and you witnessed this incident?
I did indeed witness this incident.
All right, and are you in fear of Mr. Ahmed?
I'm in fear of my family.
Okay. Your sister and your mother, is it?
Yes, we live together currently.
Okay. All right. And you know that your sister's in fear of him, correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right. I don't have any other questions. Any cross-examination questions by the state or the PDs?
Yeah, I
No.
just want to. Oh,
Hold
sorry.
on a second.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Nothing from the state, Judge.
And Mr. Sperber,
Oh, no, Your Honor, sorry.
what was the last thing you wanted to say?
I was just wanting to tell you more about the situation, and
This is kind of not the forum for that. This is a bond hearing. Not going to go through all the evidence because it's past probable cause at this point. That's why, he's arrested. And so, you've told me that you're in fear of him. You don't want him back in the house. And this just happened. So I'm going to certainly honor that.
Okay.
And then we'll go from there. You have other opportunities. If you have not, have you already spoken to the advocate from the solicitor's office?
Yes, I did.
Okay, keep in touch with them and they will inform you of other court dates as the case progresses, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you for coming on, you and your brother.
Thank you.
All right, you can continue to listen until I finish up with the ruling. Because he only didn't have a long criminal history, I'm going to stick with the signature bond, the pretrial at the level 2, but I'm going to ask him to stay away from the incident location and live somewhere else while he's on bond and have no further contact with the victim. I'm going to ask that he take 10 anger awareness courses through pretrial and no drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. If he needs a one-time police escort, he may have that to go back to get any personal items. But it must be with the assistance of the police. Other than that, no drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. Yeah, he'll probably need the one-time escort.
Okay.
Position 18, Mr. Corwin Body.
Okay.
You got some more. Come on. Corwin Body. Yeah, that one.
This is 26 CR 004308B. Mr. Core and Body, pretrial.
I got, hold on. First.
Oh, first. Okay. All right, state.
Yes, Judge. Okay, Mr. Body's charged with battery family violence, 2 counts, and simple battery family violence against Ashley Adams. She was on earlier on the call. Officers were called to a domestic dispute. Apparently, the victim and the defendant are going through a divorce. They got into a verbal dispute, and the victim took the defendant's phone, and the defendant then struck the victim in the eye, which caused visible redness and swelling. The defendant further assaulted her and held her down. The police officers observed that the victim had significant scratches on her arms and shoulder, and they also observed other evidence of violence. A door knocked off the hinges, and the rooms were in significant disarray. The state is asking for a $4,500 total bond, $1,500 on each count, no further contact with Ashley Adams. And I'm going to say stay away from that 310 Wyland Trace in Sandy Springs.
All right.
Mr. Castra is 49. I believe he's lived here about 43 years, Your Honor. His parents and siblings live in Georgia. He's been doing for about the last 15 years. He works doing financial planning full-time, Your Honor. And I wasn't fully able to gather this earlier. I believe 310 Wyland is owned by my client, Your Honor. And from what I've gathered, Miss Adams lives there part-time, but also has her own apartment at times. So while we would not object at all to a no further contact or stay away from Miss Adams, I would ask that he be allowed to return to his home because I believe that is a home that he owns. And then in terms of the bond, Your Honor, we would just ask for the lowest possible bond. I do not believe that my client, has a record. So.
All right. And I see the victim, Miss Ashley Adams. Can you unmute? All right. Would you like to answer? Yes. Would you like to answer a few questions for me?
Yes.
Let me swear you in first. Raise your right hand. Do you affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you are the victim in this case, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And are you in fear of Mr., and I'm probably not pronouncing his name right.
Bobby.
I apologize. Are you in fear of him?
Honestly, not at this point. I think it was a one-off because we are going through a divorce and emotions are high. He has been verbally abusive before, but not physically. This is the first time. But I do own the house as well. I'm on the deed, and the apartment was only temporary. And that apartment is going away on July 1st. So I've asked that he just stay with his mom because she has a house in East Cobb, very close to here. And until the divorce is final.
All right. Do you all have any children together? Minor children? No. Okay.
No.
All right. And is your divorce is pending in Fulton?
Correct.
Okay. All right. Any cross-examination questions by the state or the PD?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
All right. And I will.
And I'm so
ahead.
sorry. I actually did just do a no violent contact order earlier whenever I spoke to somebody, since we are going through a divorce and we are having to split assets. So that's what I had originally asked for, but.
And now you've changed your mind, just want no contact.
Just no, I never said that, just no violent contact.
Oh, so you're still okay with no further violent contact as long as he's not living in the home?
Correct.
Okay, because I guess you all still have to talk as you're going through the proceedings of your divorce. Okay?
Exactly.
All right. Well, if we do the no further violent contact and a stay away from the home, I can order that. It is his first arrest. So I will give him a signature bond through pretrial for the 4,500, which will be 1,500 on the battery, family violence, on each of those counts. Actually, 1,500 on each and the simple battery. So that totals 4,500. That signature bond through pretrial level 1. And I will ask that he take 6 anger awareness courses through pretrial, and they are free through there. I would ask that he stay away from the incident location, which I believe is the marital home. Stay away from there while on bond. And no further violent contact with you, the victim. No drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. And I think that's it. Anything else?
I would just ask for a police escort or just allow him to go there to pick up some stuff.
All right, a one-time police escort to come back to the property to pick up any personal belongings that he may need to have while he's out of the home. All right, anything else? All right, thank you, everyone. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Position 19, Mr. Love.
Okay. This is 26 CR 004309B, Jamari Love, pretrial.
11. You got an open shoplifting out of South Fulton. But 2 of them. One of them dated 6/22/2026. One is 6/1/2026. 2022 probation, 2020 probation. 2020 entering auto theft by taking, fleeing, and officer first offender. It's for level 3. That's it.
All right. Okay.
Judge, this occurred at the CVS at 2907 Main Street in East Point. An officer actually observed this defendant in the CVS and watched him take bags of candy and chips and place them in his jacket and leave. The defendant was arrested. States recommend $1,000 bond. Stay away from the CVS at 2907 Main Street.
Okay. PD.
Yeah, Your Honor. Mr. Love is 27, has lived in Georgia his whole life, and has one child here in Georgia. His whole family as well, parents and all, immediate family live in Georgia. My client is currently facing some housing challenges and has worked on and off doing odd jobs, but at this time does not have steady employment. I would like to note, and I just could be the way that I'm reading the affidavit, it does not seem, and the way my client explained it to me, he had not yet left the store. He was still in the store when he was approached by the officer and then, detained. It's my understanding that he had the money. This was a single bag of gummy worms, I believe, and a bag of Doritos. It was $9 worth of items. But I just wanted to, when I read the affidavit, it seems as though he was arrested or detained at least while still in the store and not, walking out of it, which, that has its own issues. But so we would just ask for a signature bond, just given my client's current financial situation and housing situation.
Well, I'm concerned because of his 2 open cases in South Fulton for the same thing in the same month. So this must be a difficult month, June 1st and June 22nd. He has the 2 open shoplifting cases in South Fulton.
I understand, Your Honor.
And 11 cycles. So no, that definitely not a signature bond. I will order a social worker visit so that maybe he can get some help with housing, but I guess we'll leave it at the 1,000 surety. I'm inclined to raise it, to be honest, but I'll leave it at the preset 1,000 surety bond. Stay away from all CVS's in Fulton County while on bond. Do not go to a CVS. And no drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. That should do it.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate the social worker visit.
Okay. I don't think they're gonna let you speak.
Oh, I apologize, Your Honor. I did not see him raising his hand. I would advise against speaking, Mr. Love. The judge already made her determination. If you'd like to, again, I can stick around afterwards, and you can have the jail can give me a call. If you would like to speak, I suppose you can, but I'd advise against it.
All right.
Judge, we can start with the waiver cases. That's all the bodies.
Okay. Which numbers are waivers?
Position 21 is a waiver.
Mm-hmm.
Also, position 3 and 5, Your Honor.
Okay.
Well, position 3 is not a waiver, it's a MH reset, but position 5 is a waiver.
Okay. 3 will be reset till Monday. And then 5. And that's it. And I saw in the chat 24 made bond. Is that all we have left, Ms. Champion?
Your Honor, I have a client who's waived disappearance.
Which one is yours, Ms. McLeod?
It's Jermaine Higgins's.
It must be 3, I think. I mean 5. 5 rather.
15, number 15.
15. It's number 15. Position 15.
We also have position number 10, Wilbert Clark.
I was told, I think that's going to be an MH reset as well. That's what I was told by the jail when I was.
Yeah, that's behavior reset.
Okay, thank
Position
All right.
reset too.
Which number?
Position 3 is a reset as well.
Yes, we have that one. So we just have 5, 21, and 15.
Correct.
All right, thank you. We should go in order, but we'll do yours, Ms. McLeod. That's your last one. 26 CR 004306A, Jermaine Higgins. Pre-trial.
15. You got an open case for shoplifting. Open case out of Gwinnett. Suspended license fleeing officer. On probation and force in possession of a firearm by convicted felon. He should have went to felony early for ag assault and armed robbery. So he not
It
going
is
nowhere.
though.
Yeah.
All right.
And he got ag assault conviction and robbery in his history. That's it.
Okay.
Judge, this occurred at 3400 Lenox Road, Northeast in Atlanta. Officers were called to Lululemon there in reference to a shoplifting incident. Defendant was identified by the store manager along with another individual and they took approximately $452 in clothing and merchandise from that store. It was captured on security footage. The state's going to recommend there are 2 counts. theft by shoplifting, and conspiracy to commit a misdemeanor, $750 on each count for a $1,500 total bond. Stay away from the Lululemon at Lenox Mall.
Okay. PD?
Yes,
I'm
Your
sorry,
Honor,
no,
I
Ms. McLeod.
understand. I understand that my client does have some kind of history. He definitely is not in a position to pay for bond because he is unemployed right now, he tells me. So, and also he did go to felony early. I am not sure what kind of bond, if any, that he received. Maybe the state knows what kind of bond he receives, but he's definitely not in a position to pay for any kind of bond. So I would ask if the court is not inclined to give him a signature bond, that he be given as low a surety bond as possible.
Do you know pre-trial what he got in felony this morning?
I mean, I have to look. Probably no bond though with these charges.
Mm-hmm. I honestly was thinking the 1,500 was low.
And he got two. Let me see. He got probation holds anyway, Judge. He not gonna.
He's not going anywhere. All right. I'm going to give him a $2,000 surety bond, 1,000 on each. And stay away from all Lululemons in Fulton County. No drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. And I believe that's it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
That concludes my business before the court this afternoon. May I be excused?
Yes, you may. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a good afternoon.
You too.
Thank you.
Huh? All right. And next we have position 5. Let's see. And then after that, we'll do 21. This is 26 CR 0042996C, Angela Brewster, pretrial.
Yeah, he's got an open trespass out of state court. On probation for 2 counts of obstruction. It's 26. Yeah. Never mind that. Has a bench warrant. 2024 disorderly conduct conviction. 2024 disorderly conduct NOLO. 2022 failure to appear. So level 3. That's it.
All right.
Judge, this occurred at 3537 MLK Junior Drive, Atlanta. This was a senior citizens, I want to say complex, but it may have been a apartment complex. The defendant and the victim knew each other, and the defendant would help the victim out. On this day, the defendant turned the lights out in the victim's apartment, and as he uses a scooter to get around. As he was scooting around, he apparently bumped into her. He has, limited vision and couldn't see in the dark, and she responded by punching him in the eye, and then took his keys and left. The defendant currently has a $3,000 bond. I'd ask that bond remain and that he should be given a no further contact with Brad Dunn, who is the victim in the case.
Okay. What was the recommendation amount again? I'm sorry.
$3,000, I believe, is what she has said already.
Oh, preset. Okay.
Yep.
All right. PD?
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Brewster is 36 years of age. She did relate to me that she is residentially challenged, Your Honor, but that she's been in Georgia all her life and that she's currently unemployed. She's also relayed to me that she won't have anyone here to help her pay a bond, and so I'd be asking for the lowest reasonable amount, Your Honor. Also would be asking for a social worker visit for housing purposes. She did mention she was in PAD or maybe had an affiliation with them in the past. I'm not sure, but I'm sure social worker will be able to figure that out. She is denying the allegations, Your Honor, and so I'd just be asking for the lowest reasonable amount on her behalf.
Okay. So I will stay with the $3,000 surety bond that she already has. No further contact with the victim. Stay away from the incident location. No drugs, weapons, guns while on bond. And I think that'll be it. Anything else? Nope. All right. And then let's see, 21. Let's see who that is. That is Lamar Poss, P-O-S-S, 26 CR 004310E. Hold on, he's got a count of PI. We need to stop the live streaming. It's the last case anyway. Can you do that for me, Miss Champion?